Good morning and welcome to Crafty Tuesday. And this morning it's a nice bright sunny day and we're going to be thinking a little bit about strawberries. Have any of you been strawberry picking last week? Because I know some of the strawberry picking places near to us were open and they were quite busy. There were quite a few people we saw going along there and picking strawberries. So I thought that would be a nice reason to maybe do some strawberry crafts. But firstly, of course, thank you very much for the things you did last week, the flamingos and so on. It was really lovely to see them posted on the Crafty Tuesday page as you have been doing. And I know that some of you that are watching this are now back at nursery school and back at school, but it would still be lovely to find time to do craft. There's always time in a week to do a little craft. So strawberries, here we go, strawberries. And I've been busy thinking of different ways that we can do strawberries. And the first one I did was this one here. A lot of what I'm doing today I've done beforehand because it takes a bit of doing, but that's the first one I did. Just done on a piece of paper or a piece of thicker paper like cartridge paper, and it's made with bubble wrap. What you need to do is get a piece of bubble wrap and cut it into a heart shape just like that. And when you've done that, the next thing you need to do is paint the bubble wrap. Just paint over the bubbly side of it. Bubble wrap smooth on one side and bubbly on the other side, so it is quite important that you actually do it on the right side, otherwise it doesn't give the effect that you want. So just paint over it, as I say every week. Remember that you paint on the right place in your home, don't do it on the dining room table, just as mum or someone is cooking tea, because you won't be very popular at all. And when you've completely painted it, you just need to get a piece of paper, and it's a little bit like stamping. You just stamp it on the piece of paper that you've got. I found that when you first do it, you won't get the shape of the strawberry very well, so just put it on there and just sort of press it down. It's a bit like the handprints, I suppose, or like, and you'll get little bubbles like I've got there. And then what you have to do is, you can see I've got gaps in the middle and all sorts of things, is with the bubble wrap, it's just keep going until we've got it all filled in. It doesn't matter if you go over the top of it. You've got the strawberry shape. Once you've got the strawberry shape, just with a thin paintbrush you can just edge round it. It's really quite simple. Just edge round it to make it a bit more strawberry shape, like this. Just take a thin paintbrush, give it a sort of strawberry shape, and then with the green, when you've got the green, you can just put the leaves on it. It's all you have to do. I'm doing this very quickly, but you can be a lot more careful than I am. Just put the green on like that. The leaves that are on the strawberries. Put a stem on, all in green, just like this. Just keep painting it on until you've got it with a little strawberry stem. And when you've done that, there you go. This is a very quick one. It's not as good as the one I did earlier on, but you get the rough idea of it. And then I painted it green back on the background just to give it a nice effect. And then I wrote on there, strawberry time, summertime, because you always think about strawberries in the summertime, don't you? Excuse me. So strawberry time, summertime. That's the first one you can do. The second one is even more simple. It's just a heart shape, like I did just a few moments ago with the leaves and the stem, and then with little sticky eyes and a smiley face, and you've got a strawberry there. And I've put, you can just about see it on there, it's got little black dots on it. to make it look a little bit more like a strawberry. And then, of course, the paper plate. Here's the paper plate strawberry. All I did this week is I just drew the heart shape on there again. I got red tissue paper and I stuck it on. I got green paper to stick the leaves on, and then when it was all dry, I got a black felt tip pen and I just put little dots on it, and the little dots just make it look a little bit more like a strawberry. And I wrote round the side strawberry time, because it's strawberry time at the moment. And then the last one I did, and this is the more fun one I think, is I made a strawberry out of a pebble. If you live near the beach, you might be able to pick up a pebble, because you can go down to the beach now. And if you look at the pebbles, you don't need a very big one, and they are often a little bit strawberry shaped, and you just need to paint it with red paint. You probably have to put a couple of coats on. I'd suggest you put about 2 coats on there. Let it dry, leave it and let it dry. It's important you let it dry, because when you put the green on the top, you don't want it to look like a not bright green, a sort of reddy green, because that's not so nice. So let it dry and then get the green paint out and paint the green on the top of your stone. And when that's dried, again with a black, either a piece of some black paint or a black felt tip. But I did this with black paint and a very, very thin brush. You can see I've got a very thin brush here, and you can just put dots on it to make it look like a strawberry. Leave it to dry. We've got lots of sunny weather. I don't think it's going to be quite so sunny at the end of the week, but you could just leave it to dry. When it's dried, if you find that Dad or somebody at home has got some varnish, it's quite nice to give it a little bit of a shine and put varnish on it. Any sort of varnish that he might have in the garage, or Mum might have varnish for something, then just spray it on there or paint it on there, and it just gives it a nice little shine. And you've got a lovely pebble, and lots of people I think are painting pebbles at the moment. I've seen pebbles with rainbows on and all sorts of things. Pebbles with NHS for the National Health Service. Near where Father Paul and I live, there are pebbles along the beach shelters there that are beautifully decorated. So even if you don't want to do a strawberry, you might be able to decorate a pebble. So let's go back over what we are going to be doing this week. Strawberries. So the strawberries with the bubble wrap. As I said, this was a quick one I did, but just fiddle around with the bubble wrap like you would stamping, and strawberry with bubble wrap. Just a painted strawberry, heart-shaped, on a piece of paper, a good old paper plate with a strawberry on it. And of course the last thing we've done is this pebble, which has got a strawberry on it. And when you've done all of these things, remember to put them onto the Facebook page so I can enjoy what you've done and other people can see what you've been doing. And look if there's any colourings up there of strawberries and colour those in, or just go and have a look yourself what you can do about strawberries. And you never know, you might even go strawberry picking this week. So have a good week and look forward to seeing you next week at Crafty Tuesday. Goodbye.